Good afternoon, Monroe. Welcome to the air show. Y'all excited today? All right. Woo. All right, we have the Pilatus porter coming in here to land, and unfortunately it's a little bit too windy for the jumpers to bring the flag down, but they're going to try again a little bit later for another parachute performance. But I wanted to point out that this is the JAARS Pilatus Porter Skydive aircraft, and we want to thank the Jungle Aviation and Relay Service, that's JAARS, for joining us for the Warbirds Over Monroe Airshow. Since 1961, JAARS has been training, equipping, deploying, and sustaining pilots and mechanics from the base, which is located at the airport south of Waxhaw, about 10 miles away. JAARS missionaries cover the last mile of missions using special-purpose aircraft, boats, and off-road vehicles so that the unreached can experience God's word and his love. The pilot of the jump plane today is the chief pilot of JAARS, Steve Bevelheimer, who has flown the Helio Courier and Pilatus Porter in Southeast Asia, Kenya, Cameroon, and the Philippines. For more information about how you could be involved with the work of JAARS, stop by their exhibit area, take a look at a beautifully restored Helio Courier, and you can talk with the JAARS crew.
I'll get you going here in just a minute, baby.
I'll let the plane taxi by. And if you can all get ready to do the national anthem, so stand and take your hats off. And to sing our national anthem today, we have the lovely Teresa Elam, who is a local resident here of Monroe, and she has a lovely voice, and we're going to take it away, Teresa.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight for the ramparts we walk.
The show, unfortunately, as I said, the shooters will try a little bit later in another part of the show. And right now, we're going to have Kathy take off. And start off with our Warbirds at the Warbirds show. In the SNJ. Take off. The Curtiss P-40, the Spitfire Mk-9, the F-4F FM-2 Wildcat, the SNJ, the PT-17, the L-5 de Havilland Chipmunk, the Fokker DV-2, Sopwith 1.5 Strutter, and he's also a co-pilot on the B-25 and the PBY Catalina. So here we have, coming with this 4-ship formation, Navy following in 1962. The T-6 Texan remains a popular warbird used for airshow demonstrations and static displays. It has been used many times to simulate various historical aircraft, including Japanese Zeros. A total of 15,495 T6s of the different variants were built over the years. And we're fortunate to still have many of them flying today with us for the business. And here comes a couple of the planes. You can get a nice picture as they come by. Listen to the nice engine sound. Johnny has been around aviation his entire life, with his grandfather and father both being pilots, as I mentioned already. Johnny's grandfather built a grass runway at his house in the 1950s, and Johnny lives on the runway today, where he keeps the T6, SNJ, Super Cub, Air Coupe, and one of my favorite sounds at the air shows. Aircraft, 12,000 horsepower, 6,500 pounds of thrust with afterburner. The chassis is a 4,130 chrome moly construction, 240-inch wheelbase. It's a 15-inch diameter front wheels and rear wheels, 5-inch wide on the front, 10 inches wide on the rear. The body aluminum and magnesium, and it weighs 2,300 pounds. And clearly makes a lot of smoke. So the Smoke and Thunder is an accurate name for this act. You can't even see the car, there's so much smoke. It can accelerate from 0 to 400 miles an hour in about 9 seconds. And it has two 14-foot parachutes to bring the jet car to a stop when needed. Ladies and gentlemen, it's race time. Please come to your feet. Bill Brack is bringing Smoke and Thunder to life. A 12,000 horsepower engine. Prepare for one of the most exciting performances you might see. Sonic booms, clouds of smoke, and 30-foot flames are all coming from that Westinghouse jet engine that I just mentioned. And this is a custom-built jet car. some exciting aerobatics here for you, which I can tell you're already enjoying. The T6 is also known as the pilot maker. Tom is going to open up the show as you just saw. And here he comes back around. Even though this is a half-ton aircraft, it can be pretty agile and you can do some pretty good aerobatics in it. I'll let you hear the engine here. Let's see what he has up on deck here. Roll, come back over. Instructor at Warbirds Adventures, and he is here today with the rest of his crew offering introductory flights in this aircraft. That's right, you could fly in this plane. If you'd like to try your hands at flying this beast, go see the crew at the south end of the ramp behind the last hangar near the helicopter rides. Everybody wave to Mike as he taxis by. And we can wave to Tom as he's going to taxi by in the T6. Tom, he did a great job, and it was awesome to watch him fly this World War II training airplane for you guys. Listen to this wonderful engine. But it's got some good noise. Next up, we have an excellent example again of a World War II aircraft, the Douglas SBD Dauntless, flown by Chuck Gardner. Chuck has been flying for about 25 years, and he has been flying with this particular airplane for about 5 years.
Pardon me, boy, is that the Chattanooga Juju?
Yes, yes, track 29.
Boy, you can give me a chance.
Let's wave to everybody as they taxi by.
You leave the Pennsylvania station about 1:45. Read a magazine and then you're in Baltimore.
Oh yeah. You guys like that? It's exciting? All right.
I travel Beech and
If you listen carefully, you can hear the engine is similar to the other. That's right, give it up for the SBD Dauntless and Chuck Gardner taxiing here as he landed. Thank you. Yeah, that was great. We have an interesting act coming up here. Something you don't really see at air shows. I hear him. Ohio in the Navion.
and my heart beats so that I can hardly speak. And I seem
to do a nice loop. Mike is going to demonstrate some gentleman's aerobatics in the Navion here. I say this is a unique act. I don't know that you will see a Navion doing some aerobatics in any air show. This is more of an airplane that was sold with the idea of having your family fly with you somewhere, having a plane for yourself.
Oh, I love to climb a mountain and reach the highest peak, but it doesn't boot me half as much as dancing.
The Navion was designed for civilian market. As I mentioned, ideally meant for pilots returning home from the war and wanted to keep flying at home with their families. However, in 1946, the U.S. Army Air Force began ordering the Navion to be used as a liaison aircraft, which were designated as the L-17, of which Mike's aircraft is not an L-17. Across the show line in this wonderful 1947 Navion, and like I said, I think this is the only act you can see doing this.
And it's
1947 Navion. So I'll give a nice round of applause for Mike Hartman from Ohio.
And it keeps sick.
And the Nanchang CJ6. The T-34 is, so let's watch the T-34 and CJ6 come in here and give us a nice pass. And we can wave to Mike as he comes by and say thank you for flying for us today. And here's some beautiful picture opportunities of our T-34 and then the CJ6. Was eventually hired at Northwest Airlines in December of 1997, flying the DC-9. And this is a CJ-6 coming by. Eventually he started flying the Airbus A320 and stayed with an Airbus until the merger with Delta Air. In the original gray paint scheme. When General Boyd first acquired it, though, he started working with a graphic designer to come up with a special and unique livery, which is the paint scheme. Let's give a nice round of applause for the CJ6. Thank you. And our T-34 is coming around the corner. let's give a nice round of applause for Tim in the T-34, previously owned by General Boyd. He's very proud of that. All right, up next we have a very exciting aerobatic act for you. This is Greg Koontz in the Super Decathlon. That was pretty cool, huh? Coming in upside down. Greg is a veteran airshow pilot. He has been flying air shows since 1974. Yeah, loop with the snap roll on top. At his private airstrip in Alabama. Here's some awesome smoke. Yeah. I mean, come on, that's pretty cool, right? Yeah, let's give it up for Greg. Greg's aerobatics school and bed and breakfast is called Sky Country Lodge in Alabama, and you can check it out at gkairshows.com. Greg has several fine sponsors, including Oregon Aero, American Champion Aircraft, Electronics International, Softy Parachutes, David Clark, Aero Cosmetics, Hooker Harness, Champion Aero. Looks easier than some of the other things, but it's actually can be much more difficult to do than some of the more snappy maneuvers. You really have to have good control of the aircraft to do that, especially when you're low to the ground. This looks like it's going to be a nice barrel roll. And here's a wonderful knife edge pass where you can get a really great view of the paint scheme of this beautiful Super Decathlon from American Champion with Greg Koontz, one of the premier Super Decathlon pilots in the world, actually. Another plane with a very cool sounding engine. Woo! Today, this plane is making a special flight to honor Craig Joseph Featherton. He was looking forward to attending this air show with his family. In countries around the world. And here's a nice opportunity for more pictures. If you are a family member, could you please find Allison in the terminal building if you're a member of Craig's family? Thank you. The P-40 is going to go out and climb up to altitude for us before it comes out. All right, are you kids keeping track of Quicksilver time yet? Yeah, you are? It's soon, I promise. And there goes Tom in the P-40.
Got a good-looking woman with her arms around me. Here in a small town where it feels like home.
Beech, South Carolina.
Everything I need, nothing that I don't. Everything I need, nothing that I don't. Oh, everything.
They will teach you aerobatics as part of your private pilot course right from the start at Warbird Adventures. So if you're interested in aerobatics or warbird flying, this is a place you can seek out that training. Fly warbirds and race at Reno Air Races.
Got my first keys for free.
He's planning to have his first Sky Ranch Air Show next spring. North America. Already offered the additional advantages of low cost and durability, which kept it in production as a ground attack aircraft long after it was obsolescent as a fighter. Obsolete. All right, up next we have another exciting demonstration. The shooters are going to load up here in the JAARS Pilatus and see if they can go up and, if the winds are favorable, to try another parachute demonstration.
Yeah, but I gave up after a thing though. I'm trying to ask before I go in this first. Don't get anybody to answer.
Tom in the P-40. right. And these kids up front know what's coming up next in a couple acts. As I saw them taxi by.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We are the Sky Soldiers, based out of Atlanta, Georgia. Watch now as we begin our air show. Watch the ship slide to your left. Helicopter's ability to fly in any direction, forward, backwards, or sideways. Folks, airplanes can't do this. Increasing airspeed and altitude as it turns outbound, the pilot maneuvers to line up, well, on us. The Cobra was designed from the beginning as the first true attack helicopter. It was designed with one job in mind, and that job was to attack. The Cobra was tailored to be very aerodynamic, to virtually disappear when seen head-on by the enemy. Between 1967 and 1973, Cobras chalked over 1 million operational combat hours in Vietnam. The Cobra was often called the Snake, and the Cobra pilots were called Snake pilots. Armed with three 38 2.75-inch rockets, a 20mm. When flying as a flight of two, the first Cobra will dive in and deliver a lethal ordnance on the enemy. As the first aircraft pulls off the target, the second Cobra rolls in, keeping the enemy pinned down with a never-ending stream of fire. And all the maneuvers you see here today are still taught in our military flight schools across the nation. What you see now is called the Cobra dance. Its ability to basically maneuver in a 360-degree position to identify and locate any targets it is not yet identified. Now our Cobra will climb skyward as it does in honor of all our military here today, active duty veterans, men and women who serve and have served to defend our country. Ladies and gentlemen, please join in as we give those men and women here today a hearty round of applause.